The only way to make Crackdown better would be to add Terry Crews, so luckily, that's exactly what they did.
To tell us how they made their latest game better than ever, let's welcome the team behind Crackdown 3. What's up, guys?
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah, how's Comic-Con?
Great.
Yeah, you guys just had your panel.
Yeah, we did,
Not long ago.
So, it's my first panel.
Ooh.
My first Comic-Con.
Yeah.
I've never been to San Diego Comic-Con, so I'm getting hit with both barrels right now.
Yeah.
It's good.
So how'd the panel go?
It went really well.
Yeah.
It's hard. I mean, Terry's so high energy, it's hard to be involved with anything with him and not have it go well. So it was
Your
fun.
first Comic-Con panel ever had Terry Crews.
Yeah, right?
There it goes.
weird.
You just
Yeah.
screwed up the rest of your Comic-Con panel.
That's right. Go big or go home.
too.
That's what we were saying, too, is like Terry walked in yesterday and was on a panel with Will Smith, and then today he gets us.
I think we have a clip of Terry Crews. Are we going to play this or are we going to talk over this? I think we're going to throw this right now. All right, we're just going to play it. Check this out.
We're here to light shit up.
Awesome. So Terry Crews is a playable character in the game, and it's actually Terry Crews. He's not just like
is.
voicing some other character.
No.
Terry Crews plays Commander Jackson.
Yeah.
One of the leaders of the agency strike force. So.
This is like an incredibly detailed Terry Crews character model.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah,
Probably the
so
best
really
looking
good.
Terry Crews we've ever seen in a video game.
That's
I think
right.
we can go ahead and say that. If you guys are looking for
Exactly.
box
Yeah.
quotes, that's one right there.
So John, you're running the story for Crackdown 3.
Yeah.
What is the story of Crackdown 3?
The story takes place about a decade plus after Crackdown 2, and the world has been hit with a series of blackout events at major metropolis across the globe, and the agency is pinpointed to New Providence, an island that's been kind of commandeered by this corporation that calls itself Terra Nova. And so the agency has been sent in to investigate what their plans are, what they're up to, and to shut them down, if need be. So.
The B is needed.
Yeah.
I think it's really cool to go into this game and be like, oh no, there's like a full legit story here. Because I think a lot of people when they think of Crackdown, they're like, I collect orbs and I break stuff.
Right.
That's my whole existence in this universe. But there's a reason to do that, and there's a reason to be here. So and you
and the breaking
brought that
stuff,
in.
Yeah, the breaking stuff and the orbs collecting is all still there.
It's still there.
Right. But the narrative is built around this larger-than-life experience of you as this agent on this island against a series of escalatingly crazy villains that work together to form the whole of what Terra Nova is. And then the narrative kind of unfolds as you start to take these people apart piece by piece.
So you get to sort of write about like why these villains are who they are. You get to develop these characters and be like, this guy is this way because he's a megalomaniac or he's insane.
Yeah, we created detailed backstories and bios for each of the villains and how they've not only their own lives before they joined Terra Nova, but why they came together, why they were brought together, and why they work together. In some cases, don't necessarily work together that well because of their egos or their drive.
Yeah, it sounds like you've been having a lot of fun writing those villains.
Oh, it's a blast. I mean, first off, so you have the agents. We have Terry Crews, who's
Right.
like the living embodiment, physically and vocally, of the agency.
Sure.
And so to match that, not only match that, but escalate it on some level with the villains, because you're a superhero, you're an agent, you're leveling up, you're gaining skills. We need villains that you want to punch and kick and throw things at and shoot with increased aggression. And so throughout the game, they are also increasing their aggression towards you. And in that aggression, the story also starts to unfold. It's not just in the things you're doing in the world, it's how these people interact
Right.
to what you're doing as you're taking them apart.
I see.
So, like, when you write for a guy like Terry Crews, does he just roll with it? Does he come in and bring his own taste to it? Is he flipping your script upside down and adding new things? How does that work?
I mean, I think it's a combination of all of that. We try to write as big and bombastic as we can, and then once he gets it in his voice and his attitude and his positivity and his energy, just amps it up. And he'll play with things from time to time, but he's good at like taking the words and however we might have imagined them being larger than life, like he just amps it up. He just has the energy, and he can see it in his mind as he's creating like these characters, like where he wants to go with it and how big and bold he can make it.
I was gonna ask, like, do you have like 6 cups of coffee and then like lift 300 pounds and scream in a mirror and be like, "This is how Terry would do it"?
I drink 6 Cokes and then I don't lift
Nap.
any weights.
Take
and I
a
nap.
nap.
A couple naps.
Yeah.
And then I just hope we can match his energy.
A 6-pack of Cokes is kind of like a weight.
Yeah, it's kind of.
close enough.
But I do it one at a time.
It gets
I don't want
lighter as you drink them.
I said on the panel too, and I mean, it'll be revealed in the game when you play it, but we had him do some weird stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, there is some crazy stuff that Terry did for us, and Terry never says no. Like he's like, we'll at least try it. He's like, it might fail, but I'll give it a shot. I'll say the line the way you want me to. I'll say the thing you want me to, and then we'll see how it goes from there. So he's always great.
So Dave, you're the art director
Yeah.
of the game, is that right?
Yep.
So John comes up with these characters, and then you have to try and figure out what they look like?
Yeah.
So how's that process
Yeah, and
work?
that's, I mean, for Terry it was even more so because so when we shot the live action shot, the sequence that we showed at E3 this year with Terry on the rooftop, that was shot a fair amount of time ago, and at the time we just had a level 1 through 5 agent that we used, and we had designed those suits out levels 1 through 5, and they were really good, and they're going to be in the game. They're fantastic. They look great. But after working with Terry, we all kind of huddled together and we were like, it's not enough. Like, Terry is more than a level 5. We need a level 6 Terry suit, and that's what you see here. I mean, we actually, with that in mind, went out and designed exactly what Commander Jackson would look like. And he's he's really the only known level 6 agent, so he's pretty special.
Now, did he do like mocap stuff for the
He
game?
did, yeah.
He did?
Lots. Yeah,
Did
we
you
showed
set up
some.
a skyscraper for him to jump off?
You know what? We actually did. So we built a stage.
What? I'm joking.
For the live action piece, we built a stage for him that was elevated, and we had pads below it. And at a certain point, he jumped off of it. He had to jump off for one of the shots. So
Dude, that is like literally the best answer I could have gotten to that question.
yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were trying to tell good.
I'm like, oh, it's funny. You jumped off. It's like, no, we really did that.
We did it.
It's like, no,
Their wish is our reality.
Yeah. I know there's some like fun weapons in the game. There's a singularity gun, which it created like a black hole that everything gets sucked into.
Things in,
We're
So-
seeing some beach balls right now.
Yeah. Singularity beach balls.
That's right.
But are the designers coming up with these weapons, and then does that give you ideas of fun things to do with the story?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, they show off what they're working on and the crazy mechanics, and then building fictions behind what these guns are and how they work within the larger narrative of the world, and then trying to come up with how you can potentially use those in the story to take apart these bad guys. So I always want to kind of hit those beats, but also at the same time, like the whole of the narrative in the gameplay is to let the player do what they want to do.
Yeah.
So it's like leaving those breadcrumbs of this gun can do this, and it's pretty damn dope when it does it, but play it how you want to play it and see how it works out.
But doesn't letting the player play how they want to play must make your job harder?
Yeah.
You're trying to tell a story here.
Yeah, right.
Go to the mission objective, please.
But it's also part of the fun because I like the open world. I like being able to do what you do. I like the fact that someone can be going towards a mission objective and be like, "Oh, squirrel," and go off in another direction.
Car. I'm
car, right?
Okay, great.
Right.
Yeah. Well, guys, we can't wait to play Crackdown 3. It's out November 7th. Thank you so much for coming by the show.
Yeah,
Thank you, guys.
Appreciate it,
Appreciate it.
Yeah.